sunshine. So today I just want to let you guys know myself basically, and with that being said, we can get this video started. Alright, so for those of you who do and don't know this, I am a transgender woman. On September 18 of last year, 2015, I was diagnosed with gender dysphoria. I've been on hormones about 9 months now. I've been taking the spironolactone and also the estriadol. So one of the spironolactone, two of the estriadol. And just recently, about 3 months ago, I upped my doses. So I've been taking 2 of the spironolactone and 1 of the estriadol. And the reason why I upped my doses with my doctor was because I was not seeing as much of a progress or of much of a change in my appearance that I wanted to see. Okay, so I just want to throw it out there that not all transgender people go through the same route that I do, which is the HRT. And for those of you who don't know, HRT stands for, it is basically just hormones replacement therapy. Like I said, not all transgender people go through that, because I do know some people rather not go through all that emotions and all that physical changes. But for me, I wanted to go through that, so that's my choice. Okay, so let's talk about the changes that I've been noticing from the hormones, and it's definitely my boobs, because obviously they're growing and I'm quite happy. It's still obviously in the progress, but it's doing its job, so that's good. Okay, I seriously don't even know why my hair is getting so red. So the other physical changes that I noticed would be my skin. It definitely got softer. My face, I feel like it's changing, or I should say it's shifted around here and there. Other people, you guys probably don't even notice the difference in my face, but since I do my own makeup and I like look at my face every day, I do see the changes there. Okay, so the other physical change that I also notice is my booty. It's definitely getting bigger, so that's good. That's very nice. And the other physical thing that I would say is whenever I go to the gym now, or when I work out, it's harder for me to work out and just to have that energy in me to want to work out. And you know how like guys, when they go to the gym, they work out and then they get that really quick results? For me now, as a woman, it is very, very hard for me to see that quick result like I used to. And I think that's one of the downfall about, I don't know, it's not like a really downfall, it's just like, it's just a little different for me to get used to it, because I'm not used to having to wait for a result to happen like a freaking week or something like that. Okay, so my doctor definitely warned me that like once I started taking my hormones, it's gonna make you use the restroom a lot to pee, basically. And he is very, very true. I now have like a bladder issue basically, because I'm so used to like being able to like hold throughout the night and not have to use the restroom. But then now, like every night, I would have to wake up like at least 2 to 3 times during the night just to go use the restroom, and it's really annoying. So that's one of the physical change that I also noticed. Oh, the other physical change that I also noticed is my sex drive. It is so crazy how that works, because like now, like I don't want to have sex, I don't even want to deal with anything like at all. Like my sex drive, I don't even know if I even have a sex drive anymore. Like, it's not even existing right now. And it's crazy. Like, I just remember, like, before that, like, I'm used to, like, just, like, I'm not trying to be, like, come off as, like, a sexual person, but then, like, I enjoy having sex and, like, I enjoy wanting to have sex, but then now, like, I don't want to deal with sex. Like, I don't even want to do anything sexual or anything like that at all. Okay, so now that we can get that thing over with, we can talk about something else. And I also just have a few answers to some of these people that asked me questions about my transition. And one of the questions was, what has been the hardest thing about my transition? So I would have to say that the hardest thing about my transition would be telling my mother, because I just want to say that when I was younger, I told my mother, a single mother who raised 6 kids by herself, that her son is interested in guys. So with that being said, I was teased a lot when I was little, and the word that people would always throw out towards me was gay. So being only like around 6-7 years old, I never ever experienced of what the word transgender woman or man means. So the only word that I knew was gay, and people would always call me that. And so I was like, okay, well, if you guys are calling me that, so that's who I am. And ever since then, I consider myself as a gay man. But then not until Caitlyn Jenner finally came out as a transgender woman, and watching her documentary definitely helped me realize who I was and who I really am as a person. So props to you, Caitlyn. After watching her documentary, I did my own research and all that, and found a doctor who would prescribe me with the hormones. And after that, I told my sister, and at first they was very confused, but then they decided that they would go with me to my first appointment just to go see my doctor and talk to him and see how things are. And after that, I told my mother about it, and I also told her that I am a transgender woman. And it was very hard for her to hear that, because at first she was having a very hard time with me being gay, and now she has to also deal with me coming out as a transgender woman, and that was very hard for her. So I would say that was definitely the hardest thing about my transition. I know that there's other things that are very hard throughout this transition. Other hard things that comes along with being who I am, and just this transition is losing a lot of people in your life, especially the people who you love and you care about, and the people you consider as friends and family. They no longer want to be part of your life because of a lifestyle, or I guess becoming who you want to be is scaring them. And that's definitely the hardest thing. The other hardest thing about this thing, I would have to say, is trying to make friends and just trying to stay positive. I know it's very hard, but I'm doing the best that I can. I thought being a woman that it would be a lot easier for me to, you know, hang out with girls and just do girls' things and do what a girl normally would typically do on like a Friday night, or just like hang out or whatever. But it's actually very hard, at least to me, it's very hard for me to find a group of girls that would actually like understand me or just accept me for who I am and doesn't judge me all the time. A friend of mine, she told me that at the age of 22, that's when you are gonna start figuring out who you are and figuring out who your friends are and what you want to do in life and who you basically want to become. And I just want to say that, you know, choosing to transition at the age of 22, which is last year, I never really knew what was gonna happen to me. I mean, I kind of have a picture or like kind of have an idea that obviously I'm gonna lose like certain people or just lose some people and gain some people, and everything's just basically gonna be changing. But I never realized how much of a change it actually really did affect on my life, because I wanted to be happy and be who I am as a person. I think definitely trying to be happy for myself is also the number one hardest thing about this transition. Besides the negative stuff, there is positive things, and I would say I am happy for myself for being able to become who I want to be and who I really am as a person. Like everything, there's always gonna be ups and downs, so it's just life and you just gotta deal with it the best way as you can. I never really experienced anything negative from other people, as in like being attacked or anything like that for being a transgender woman, but let's keep hoping that that route is not my route in my life that I have to go through. And if you ask me if I'm happy right now, I would say from all the hard work that I worked to become AVAIYAHMARIE Shang, I would say yes, I am happy, but there are other things down the road that still needs to be done, obviously, like my surgeries and just other things that needs to be done completely to be happy, even more happy. But I would say I would be completely happy if I never had to deal with all this stuff. Like, I would be extremely happy if I was born the way that I was supposed to be born as. Try not to cry now. So, yes. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later, because this is all, I believe. If you guys have any more questions or just concern or just want to talk to me about life in general or just my life or the transgender life, just comment below or message me on Facebook or whatever, or YouTube or whatever. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. It'll be down below in the description, so all my social media will be down. Till then, I will see you guys later. Bye.